This is my Eddos in here, so this is going to be the elephant ear. But this I find so interesting. I thought there was on something blue on the tips of this leaf, but I wiped it and like there's nothing on my finger. I didn't get this close to see that they're water drops, and these are secreting from the plant. It's very interesting. I didn't know. I got to do some investigation. That's so interesting. Look at that. That's coming from the leaf. That's so cool. Anywho, this is an update on my Eddos. It has sprouted. It is blooming. Would you call that blooming? I don't know. It's forming. It's interesting. And so I have four more, I believe, in a plastic bag in the pantry. Nothing else. No water, no nothing. I put those in the pantry after Cece told me that's what she did with hers. Keep it moving with this Eddo's update. So, I got that one survivor that I just showed you, right? And then the next video I did, which I forgot the date, was a week or so later. I had them in a container with water with a top on it, and they molded. Took those out, bought some more, and watched Planter TV. Put those in, he used water, put those in just a container with a little bit of water on the bottom and set them on a heat mat. Well, while I was waiting for those to do anything, which they hadn't, I talked to CC's Texas Garden, and she said she had an Eddo's, and she put it in a plastic bag and put it in the pantry. So that is what I did. I took them out of the water, dried them off, and put them in the pantry in this plastic bag. And they have sprouted, and they have roots, and we're going to go from here. Look at that. Thank you, CC. So the roots are right up here around this, and then this is the sprout. So one of them did mold, and I had to throw it away. I only have 3 left now. But each one of these has a sprout and a few roots on it. And here's the third one. Roots and the sprout. So I'm going to take these and up-pot them into some soil. I was going to use these recycled mushroom containers, but it's not deep enough. Not deep enough. So I won't be using these. I'm going to do the red cup, plastic cup method. And so what you do, you put a pebble or something. You use 2 per plant. Put a pebble, a rock, a stone, something at the bottom of one of them. I have these old things that I've had forever. I'm just going to put one at the bottom. You put that at the bottom, and the second one, you'll want to, you can just cut a slit. You can use the heating tool to put some holes in here, but I'm going to try to just cut this. Cut a little slit right there on that side, and then cut a little slit right here on that side so that the water will come out. Okay? Do I need 3? I'm just going to do 2. Put that on top, and as the water drips from here, it'll drip into this, and you won't have that root rot because it'll be standing up away from the water with that stone or whatever you put in the bottom of it. Okay? So let's take this, and of course, on the bottom I put a few things so I don't have to use so much soil. This is foam, styrofoam, some kind of foam, and my chopped up paper, which will disintegrate eventually. Brown paper. Put a little bit of that on there, and then let's see if I can get this soil out of here without the foam and the paper coming out. All right. Then I'll just stick one. Maybe I need a little bit more. Let me put a little bit more. Stick this in here and put enough soil to cover the roots, but not the sprout. And I should have moistened my soil. It would make things so much easier. but I did not. There we go. Let me just fill it up all the way around, and I'll just water them when I get done. Come on. Push it down. Add a little more. There we go. That's one. Let's do these other two. Cut a slit on each side. Okay, put a stone, a rock, a pebble, a marble down at the bottom of one of your solo cups. Put the other one on top that has slits on it, and then fill it up with your soil or whatever you're using. And this is my cocoa coarse mixture. Let me just use this. Yeah, I've got all these in here. I don't want all that to go in here because I already have that in here. So, soil. I'll get that soil later. Let me just get some fresh soil. Press it down so you get that good contact. And after I water these, I may have to put more soil in. I'm not sure. There we go. All right, let me press this down for the contact and get some water. And let's just watch these grow. I'm excited now. I know how to do it and I'm getting results. Water it down really good. So that excess will drip off into here. And there's really no excess yet. The soil has soaked it up. Might give them a little more water. I just might. We'll see. Anyhow, for demonstration purposes, this is what it is. I'm going to date these. Today is the 12th, January 12th, and we'll see what kind of sprouts, how they grow for me. And what I have learned about the drips on the leaves. The drips off of these leaves. I was bringing it to you to show you, and they drip down into the soil. Anywho, what that is called is guttation. Guttation in Eddo-rable. It's normal and common process where the plant exudes droplets of xylem, xylem, which is a sap from specialized pores in the tips of the leaves, usually in the early morning, which it was early morning, but I let them drop off. It's a sign of healthy, well-hydrated plant and not cause for concern. It's interesting. I'm going to do some more research. It occurs due to an imbalance between water uptake by the roots and water loss, which is called transpiration, through the leaves. Very interesting. Anywho, that might be too much information for you. I just find it fascinating. I'm going to, like I said, date these, set them over in the sun, and see how they do. Thank you so much for watching this update. Grow some Eddos. and if from nothing else, a beautiful plant in your home. But I am going to put these out in the soil when spring comes and get some Eddo's plants. But I'm going to keep a couple for ornamental uh, in my home. Thank you again. Toodles. Have a great day.